Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and gamers, to another episode from Realm of Vasten. And first off, let's get personal. Let's get a little hug going. Let's come on, a little bit of a hug. Come here. No need to run. Come here. Come here. No. Thank you. This first episode did amazing, guys. First, full real episode, and I am very grateful. This is such a great community. I'm so grateful for you guys. So thank you. I wanted to see how the fish farm was doing. Apparently awful. Is that still the community fish farm? Thank you, people. I honestly don't know where they might have put it. I wanted to show you guys, kind of like the fruit of our labor, I guess, but it looks like it might have just been cleared out of here, which is fine. That's how this server works. Is there any? Oh, that's cooked fish. I don't really want the cooked fish. Is there cooked salmon? How about cooked salmon? Yeah. Those of you that don't know, cooked salmon will fill 3 hunger. Cooked fish and baked potatoes will only do 2.5. So, wowza. Okay, well, that's how it's looking. Ooh, wow. Okay, I didn't know if we were going to pop it on there. Let's grab all these. So, today's game plan. Finish the base, including detailing. And also detail up the English fish farm. It looks all right now, I would say. It looks all right now, but the fish farm, at least. I think it still needs that little bit extra work. And along with that little bit extra work, I really want to do an upgrade to this, but by the sounds of it talking... Oh, wow. Yep, no, I was going to say I don't think we need to do an upgrade, but we definitely need to. Wow, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. It's literally, right now I'm recording the day after episode 1 went up. And these guys are mad. Okay. No, one of the things I was going to say is I want to do upgrades to this thing. Put a item filter on here that makes so stackable items, such as, not those, such as these will be brought to one area and non-stackables will be brought to another area. I think that's going to be the first thing we really got to pop on this. And that glass looked off center. No, it's fine. That's one thing we got to do this episode I really think is important. The other thing is I want to add, this is a good structure, but we need to add the detail. So I want to go do that as well. Same thing at the other base. I want to travel over there with you guys, but I'm worried about spoilers. So by the magic of editing, ta-da! Isn't it amazing what editing can do? Lucky rabbit's foot. So, we're over here, and the big thing... Actually, I just remembered I did move things in here. So, by what I understand, and I could be entirely wrong. I will admit that. I could be 100% entirely wrong, but the buildings I've been seeing remind me a lot of Mesoamerican kind of style houses. So, we're going to design our house like that to try to fit the theme. Lore is definitely one of my things. If you don't know, my other series is called Lorecraft, specifically Lorecraft. It's what I'm about, but I'm a little worried that I've misinterpreted a couple things, possibly. So I want to kind of take it a bit slow here at the beginning, just in case I'm 100% entirely wrong. What? Yes, this is like the Ghostwood kind of block. All right. I want this. Ooh, a little bit of lag. I want that. I heard there's been a little bit of block lag on here as of late, so we're going to have to be aware of that. So, I think, which is a dangerous thing for me to do, but I'm still going to do it. I think the best way we can go about this is buttons, fence posts, and slabs. Not stairs, slabs. So... let's grab some of those, a couple of these, a few of those, a bunch of that, bunch more of that. And I think we're in business. Let's go paint the town red. So first thing I feel like this kind of needs is something along these lines. But the only issue is that has to go on the top because I don't really want to block this. I really like the way this looks. So instead of that, I'm thinking we might do, we need these like this. If we did that, though, it feels wrong to me. So we might put that back to a full block because that feels right to me. Especially if we add in a few buttons or something like that, and we have a nice little frowny face, or maybe it's a big, oh my goodness, you guys know Pokemon? Swalot? The big, like, Gulpin's evolution? Yes. If I wasn't afraid of copyright, I would put a photo up, but I'm afraid of copyright, so go look it up. It's like number 300 and something. No, yeah, it's 300 and something, but it's in there a little bit. 3rd generation. Yeah, I know my Pokemon, and I know it well. I feel like that looks good, but the other option for us is with the Acacia. So let's also try this. So once again, we have our little bit, something like this. I feel like this blends with the doors very well. But does it blend too well with the doors? I don't think so. I don't think so. I like the way it looks. I feel like it fits well. Pop a random button, that happens to be symmetrical. It's another Swalot. I feel like that works though, genuinely. I really do feel like that works. I was planning on Overhang, but I feel like it goes against the Mesoamerican kind of style that would be going on. So we're gonna change that. Yeah, no, this looks wrong. To me, at least. I don't know if someone else has done this exact same thing, but to me, it just doesn't seem to fit the area. You know, you gotta, it's location, location, location. You gotta be focused on where you're at, and it just doesn't seem to fit well for me. So let's make a bunch more of those. And let's get back to work. So something like that. That looks fine to me. We got Swalot again. I really like my little Swalot house going on. That's definitely what this is going to be called. But we also need some supports. This is kind of like, ooh, yeah, a nice little awning, a little canopy before you walk in. But that's not enough in my opinion. So pop that. We don't need shears in our inventory. Let's grab the sandstone stairs. The sandstone, and do we have chiseled sandstone? We have a little bit. I also want sand, which sounds dumb, but sand. That's my full argument. Now, let's get a little bit lore in here. So, F3 screen, this is north. Traditionally in deserts, the way the world works, things like that, wind blows, traditionally speaking, from west to east. So if wind was blowing, yes, we're getting scientific. Wind was blowing this way, and if it's north, are we positive X or negative X? We're facing, no, we're positive Z. So that would mean we'd be in the southern hemisphere, so it would be that back corner. Yes, I'm getting scientific. For those of you that don't know, I've been like everywhere. Traveling's kind of my thing. I have worked overseas in multiple countries. I've had many opportunities in life, and I bring those here into the game. So, as you can tell, I'm a professional. So, just something like that to add a little bit of depth to it. I feel like we need to accentuate it a little bit. So maybe something like that to keep it stable, something here, something there. Let's go here as well. Like maybe it started falling that way and they want to put some parts up. They never bothered taking it away because they're worried it'll fall. Let's bring another one over here that's maybe a little shorter. You should be one of these. Pop you here, pop. Ooh, did we bring slabs? Why am I foolish? Why am I foolish? We need slabs. You always need slabs, somebody. You always need slabs. So let's grab a couple of these. Pop those here. We don't need a button for this. It always feels weird. I am very naturally a redstoner. And to be decorating with buttons is just a magical experience that I've thought of it, but it feels weird. I'm walking around some of these towns and feeling like I have to press every button in case someone built something really fascinating. We can 110% knock out this right here. Add a little variation. Let's do that to just one of these up here. Not do it to this one. Eat a little bit of food. See, it's 3 haunches. It's amazing. I love it. It's fantastic. Doesn't get better. Okay, it does get better, but it doesn't get much better. Something like that. It adds a little bit of depth. Let's support this wall because it's on the southwest, kind of going with a rule. Something there. And maybe this has one of these as well. It has to be a little bit taller because that was taken out. That feels really wrong. Do. Thank you very much. That feels a whole lot better. That feels like a straight line. It's a lot of back and forth. It's a lot of back and forth. Sorry. Having a little bit of a hard time breathing. Don't worry, it's normal. Reason why I had to bring sand, though, is just look at this. Oh, no. 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 Don't put it next to the bricks. Do not put it next to the bricks. But it just adds a little bit of texture, and I like that. Feels right. Feels good. There feels like there's a line here. That might just be me, though. That just might be me. Because I don't see it there. Alright, I'll assume it's just me. But just a little couple things like this. We never got around to texturing this bit. So, I have a theory. Straight up theory on how to properly texture any build. And I wish we were working in grayscale because it's more straightforward for me to explain with the grayscale. I broke that because I like placing blocks back where they originally were. So how does that feel? Feels good to me. There. I genuinely really like that. Okay. So my theory is when it comes to texturing, and we're going to have a little bit of a limited palette here, you go from your most solid to your most broken. And we're going to have to space these out because of connected textures, which is amazing. So that's the most solid. If you kind of look at it from the top, it's a little more broken up, and it's severely broken up. And by starting out with your most solid, if you want to go for a well-built, and slowly moving down, and you're like, okay, I'm going to break out 40% of these and fill it with my next block. And then whatever's all here, I'm going to break out 10% of those and fill it with my next broken. And then you just keep going down like that. It works really well to texture it. You, and you. Also, don't get hung up. Don't get hung up. That's a mistake I see a lot of people make, and you just don't need to. You just don't need to. But I think this feels pretty good for a first floor, at least to my, frankly, lack of ability. I know the truth. I know how this works, and I definitely feel like I am the runt of the litter here. Just so many of these people are just amazing at what they can do. It blows my mind. And yeah, some of you are going to be yelling, somebody, do you really use full blocks all the way here? Yes, I did. Because I'm not afraid. I'm not a coward. Always blocks. You can't stop me. How does this all feel? How does this all look? It works for me, and I like the swallets. Okay. Next is the next floor. And when it comes to Mesoamerican, I know we have our bed down here, but that's not going to stay. Traditionally, Mesoamerican beds go on the second floor. And second floors are actually shorter than first floors. Due to the fact that you have to hold up more weights and you're on top of like clay, bricks, stuff like that. It just doesn't tend to work out well for that kind of thing. So they traditionally would have shorter roofs because shorter roofs means less wall, means less weight to bear. So we're going to do exactly that. So I think this is going to be the last wall we have to texture up for at least now. I mean, I did just say we're about to build another wall or another floor. Okay, that's the door. I don't want to cover that up. It's fine. We need slabs. So one thing I wish is like the door. It's so clean here. Duh. Why didn't I think of that? Yeah, we're gonna need more than that. So let's go in here. We're going to do this, but it's gonna be lower actually, which is why I didn't bother texturing any of the like top on this section. Any of it? None at all. Okay, one block, but we're gonna have this a little lower. That way, when on the second floor, you're able to walk down into this section, which is gonna be a top floor patio. And I see dark. I see the color dark. Do I not have coal? Why I not have coal? I should have coal. I don't feel like coming back into a spawner. I'm gonna sleep, grab coal, and I'll catch you back when all that's done. Alrighty. This is not gonna cut it anymore. Just seeing the amount of stuff these guys have got, and I'm sure they've grabbed stuff of their own while they were like fishing. They took their own reward too, and it's like we need a real filter and stuff like that. So we're gonna work on that. That's the bottom one, isn't it? Yes, it is. So that works out fine though. So what we're gonna do is something just like that. So that way anything we catch is now gonna go into that dropper in the back. We can now make this all nice, pretty, fill it all up. Look at that. There's some depth and height variation. I don't know what I'm doing. That here, that over there. I'm very grateful. Pride found a shulker box for me. Filled it with redstone stuff and said, happy birthday, basically. Here you go. You're free. Go into the wild. And I am just so grateful for it. So, over here. Yes, over here. In here. By the way, ADD. That's why we're over here. Now working on stuffs. You know, like building stuffs. So, this is over here. We gotta go down a little bit. We gotta grab that block. We gotta, we can. We got plenty of space. All right, and just one more. This might not be the most efficient way of doing it. Some of you might be yelling at me, but it's never given me a problem in the past, so that's why I always do it, is this system. So something like that, 2 here, 1 more over here. So what this does is anytime an item is in here, it'll immediately be ejected. It doesn't matter if it's 1 item or 100 items. It's gonna get shot out, and every single item will be shot out, which is very useful. All right. So now what we got to do is fill this up. We need to have a solid 3x3 going all the way up until we get to our destination. I found our destination. It's not that far. So right here is that block. We're going to break that just so we kind of know where we are. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to have it run out over here with a hopper line, go through an item filter that separates stackable and non-stackable items. You didn't see me fall. And we're going to set it into 2 stacks of chests. 2 will be sorted, like stackable items, 2 will be non-stackable items, and it's going to be a total of 40 chests. So if we ever fill that up, well, that's on them. It's just on them. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop in that system. We're going to be going underneath these builds that Pride's been doing. He kind of like labeled where his ground floor is with this, which helps me a lot. And we're going to be putting the most of the circuit in here, actually. And yes, it's going to fit in there. It's amazing. So, to do this, we're going to need to be pretty planned out. Actually, we got to build it over here, I just realized, because I had a different idea for... Ooh. Not a lot of space to work with. I can't build it on the other side either. Pride doesn't need this whole space, does he? Do they really need that space? I'm sure it'll be fine. Obviously, I'm going to talk to him about it. But In the meantime, I say let's get the circuit in that we can and get this moving forward. So I'll catch you guys back here when it's more technical and less block placing. Okay? Okay. Alright, so it's not as big as I was kind of hoping for. I realized that to do that, we'd kind of have to put all the hoppers like extremely exposed. And we're going to already have to try to cover up this up. Which won't be too difficult, actually, if I think about it. We just got to kind of bring the wall in a little bit. Maybe have it meet up into the wall. But the way this is going to work is the item filter is going to go right here. I'll build that in a moment with you guys. And those that are stackable will go over here, fill up these chests, and I'll explain what that is at the end of this video. So it'll go over here into this chest. The two hoppers will pull it out, so that way it can go into either or, and it'll fill these up. Same thing's happening over here with the non-stackables. Let's build fancy stuff. So ta-da! Destruction! The way this works, hopefully, is we will need comparators, one candle, which I just realized I don't have, but I have one in my little redstone box. It's a candle here, not a torch. Oh, I guess I accidentally put one of those away. There. So, the way this all works is if we get everything onto our hotbar so I can function properly as a human, instead of as something else apparently. If I can get something else to function as a human instead of something else apparently, better. The way this works is this goes here, then this, it'll go into 2 blocks, which I need to talk to Pride about this. Sorry, I'll be back with you guys in a bit. I'll be back in a little bit. So we are actually in the gold because of the way some things just worked out right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to place this facing in not that direction. Fine, I'll put down another block in this direction. Then we're going to have a block here with a bit of redstone, and I will fix this later. Another block with a bit of redstone on top of that. So just like this, we're able to put this one back, put our torch the last person I wanted to come in here right now. Okay. We'll have to put a block there, something here. Yes, but I can cover most of it up, actually. So, ta-da! That's the full system, actually. It's all right in there. So, I'm going to go out there for a moment. Pride is also recording right now. I feel like his channel is going to be like, what's that new guy doing? I can do some fancy decorating if things change. Okay. So, first thing first, by far most importantly, we need to do that. Just so that doesn't get clipped. Unfortunately, this isn't the middle of the room. But if Pride has no, I'm gonna let them know that those 2 bits of exposed redstone will need a carpet on top of it. But we're going to come back and kind of beautify and cover things up on this side before, after that. Okay, so let me talk to Pride and then we'll get things going. All right, welcome back. So, very first thing, by far most important thing. Things can't get in as easily, and the redstone still works. But, more importantly, looks. So, that's ugly. We need to fix that. Best way we can do to fix that is utilizing a few stairs, which we'll need another one of. Do I have? I don't even have the stuff to make a crafting bench in my inventory. All right. Tally-ho! All right, so what we need is a bit more stair. There we go. We have some slabs, we have some blocks, we have some fancy blocks, we have some more fancier blocks. Something like this for a few more varieties. Don't need that. We have sandstone here and slabbage. All right, awesome, fantastic. Let's go do this thing. So what we got to do is we got to make it so the chests are still functional. That's the biggest thing here is functionality. Functionality is the fancy term for it. So just something like this, nice and simple. It'll go right on across. Ta-da! Those are still all able to be opened. Everything's fine. And then if we just do a little bit of variation, I want to grab the sand as well. Ooh, are we already there? We are. So, okay, that's linked up. All we need here is something like this, that, this, here, there. And they seem to be wanting to make it out of this block primarily. So to do that, we need to go like that, correct? Yes, haha, science. So we're gonna have to bring this all the way down. So I might have to go craft a little bit more. And by a little bit, I mean, I'm gonna have to go craft a little bit more. But actually, wait, they didn't do it like, they did do it like that. All right. Well, it's more important to match the aesthetic than to break the mold, so let's make a little bit more. So that'll be plenty. That'll be plenty for a long time. Ta-da! Science. So why did I not pick that up sooner? I almost despawned. I'm still trying to get to level 30 to be able to get some decent enchants and stuff like that. It's gonna be so good. And that should be it, actually. So we can test this by having a stackable item. And I want something that would like make sense in case I forget, and a non-stackable item. So let's just go into here. Right-click, and we're going to pop both these in. And the way this should work, hopefully, I might have popped them in too quickly, actually. So there's the pufferfish. Did something go wrong up top where it like, well, this is where we have to troubleshoot. This is where we gotta troubleshoot. Ah, that's what it is. So let's grab 2 more, okay? And it should go right on through. I should know how to do these things. This is my system. This is my thing. But now it should be, yep, see, now these 2 came down here. And alley-oop. There should still be 1. Yep, there's 1 right here. Okay, I forgot about that function. Function, drawback, however you want to call it. It's kind of both. So let's go here, 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 there. All right, how does that look? There's, okay, glad I stepped back. And it's fully functional. So that is awesome. I'm really happy about that. ADD powers are fantastic. They work really well, but they don't work really well for building in this case, guys, because we're not working on the 2nd floor. This has gone long enough already. But Fish Farm has a major upgrade, which is fantastic. So now Fish Farm operates the exact same, but now we're able to have 12 double chests, not the 20 double chests I was hoping for. I kind of forgot about the split mentality that we had to work with and things of that nature. But honestly, this will work really well. I mean, I can't imagine someone going AFK long enough to fill up 6 double chests of non-stackable items. Like, I can't imagine that. So I think that's going to be it, guys. I really enjoyed this. So I did promise, though, all that stuff that was constantly happening where I kept like sounding like I was choking. It's because I was-ish. I have something called Tourette syndrome, which is a neurological disability that we will cover in the next episode. Ta-ta for now.